Hello students. So in our previous videos we have discussed a lot of things about motion. Okay, we have discussed the equations of motion on a straight line. Then we have discussed equation of motion for motion under gravity, and we have solved some problems also. Now we are coming to the last topic of class 9 chapter of motion, that is uniform circular motion. Okay, so we are going to start uniform circular motion, then we will proceed with the questions based on motion under gravity and equation of motion. So first let us complete this topic also. So it is for class 9th only. It is a very small topic, uniform circular motion in class 9th, and you will study it in detail in class 11th. Okay, in class 11th it is in very detail. It is a complete chapter, uniform circular motion. But in class 9th level it is only a simple topic. You have given up some simple preview of the chapter. Okay, so this is uniform circular motion. So what is uniform circular motion? As we have already discussed about uniform motion when we started the chapter motion, then we have studied about the topic uniform motion. So what is the uniform motion? When a body covers equal distance in equal time, then that motion is called uniform motion. And for uniform motion, the velocity of an object remains constant, or we can say the speed of an object remains constant. That motion was called uniform motion. I think you all have remembered that thing. What is the uniform motion? But now here is the term circular. It means whenever a motion is uniform as well as circular. Means suppose an object is revolving in a circle. An object is revolving in a circle, or an object is performing a motion on a circular path, on a circular track. Suppose this is a circular track, circular path. Or suppose a particle starts from this point A. This is the center of the circle, O. So suppose an object starts from point A. Suppose this is a circular park. Let us consider it is a circular park. So suppose a person starts from point A of this circular park. Let us consider its radius is R. The radius of this circular path is R. So what is uniform circular motion? The main condition of uniform motion is, you all remember uniform motion, the condition was speed remains constant. Speed remains constant. This was the condition of uniform motion. Okay, so this was the condition of uniform motion, speed constant, or we can say velocity constant. When we talk about linear motion, then speed and velocity are same. So uniform motion means speed constant. And we are talking about uniform circular motion. It means whenever a particle revolves in a circle, or whenever a particle moves on a circular path with a constant speed, then that motion will be known as uniform circular motion. So what will be the definition of uniform circular motion? UCM in simple form, we can write it as UCM, uniform circular motion. So what is the definition? When a particle moves on a circular path with a constant speed, then this motion is called uniform circular motion. Now I am using the word speed here. I am not using velocity. Why I am not using velocity? We will discuss it later. First you should understand the definition of uniform circular motion. So what is uniform circular motion? When a particle moves on a circular path with a constant speed, then motion is called uniform circular motion. Okay. Now why I have taken the term speed, not velocity. Now let us start this motion. Now suppose the particle starts from point A and it is revolving or moving clockwise in this way. In clockwise direction it is moving. So what will happen if its speed is constant? So at point A, what will be the direction of motion? The direction of motion will be at point A, it will be tending to move in this direction. This will be the direction of speed. Let us consider this speed as V1. Okay. Now after 1/4 of the circle, now let us consider it reaches at point B. This is our point B. then what will be the direction of speed or the direction of velocity at this point? Because the particle is moving in clockwise or in circular path in clockwise direction. So at this instant, at point A, the direction of velocity will be just downward. At point B, the direction of velocity at this instant, at point B only. I am talking about instantaneous velocity, which we have discussed earlier. So at this instant, at point A, the velocity will be in downward direction. At point B, the velocity will be in left side. Let us consider it as v2. Similarly, after completing half of the circle, now let us consider this is point C. Then the particle as it reach at point C, its direction will be in upward direction. This will be the direction of velocity. Let us consider it as v3. And similarly at point D, after completing 3/4 of the circle, let us consider this point is D, then the velocity will be in this direction, it will be v4. It means we can say that at every instant, we have taken only 4 instants. First A, then 1/4 of the circle, then half of the circle, then 3/4 of the circle, then complete circle. I am just taking 4 points only, but at every instant, if we take another point, let us consider another point here. Let us this point E. Then what will be the direction of velocity? This direction will be at this point, it is moving in this way. So the direction of velocity will be in this direction. It means at every instant, the direction of velocity is changing, but the speed is constant. And I have already told you about speed and velocity. Speed is a scalar quantity and velocity is a vector quantity. And I told you to go my lecture, vector analysis. If you have gone through that lecture, then you can understand what is scalar and vector quantity. So speed is a scalar quantity and velocity is a vector quantity. It means we can say that speed at every point of motion is constant, but velocity changes. Why it changes? Because of change in direction of speed. The value of speed is same. Suppose this particle is moving in the clockwise path. Let speed is equal to 5 meter per second. Suppose we have taken an example. Let the speed of this particle is 5 meter per second. Means it is moving on this circular path with a speed of 5 meter per second. So speed is fixed. It is 5 meter per second. But the direction of this speed is changing. At this point, this direction is downward. At point B, it is left side. It is upward. It is towards the right. It means direction is changing. So velocity is a vector quantity. Okay. So due to change in direction of velocity, or we can say due to change in direction of speed, velocity will change, but speed will remain constant. Understand what I am telling to you? Speed is constant. Speed will be 5 meter per second, but the direction is continuously changing. So we will say that the velocity will change. Velocity changes because of change in direction of speed, but speed remains constant. So this type of motion is called uniform circular motion. Understood? Note it down. Draw the diagram also. Note down it in the form of a point. This is the definition of UCM. This is our first point. Speed at every point of motion is constant, but velocity changes because of change in direction of the speed. Or we can say magnitude of velocity remains same. Because magnitude of velocity is always equal to, it is simply speed. Okay, magnitude of velocity is speed. So magnitude remains same, but velocity direction changes. So we can say that magnitude of v1 is equal to magnitude of v2 is equal to magnitude of v3 is equal to magnitude of v4 and so on. If we take different instants v1, v2, v3, v4, then the magnitude, it means magnitude is 5. What is the speed? It is 5. Means magnitude of velocity means its numerical value. What is that number? So it is 5 meter per second. But how will you write the velocity? We will write v2 is equal to 5 meter per second towards left. v3 is equal to 5 meter per second upward. v4 is equal to 5 meter per second in the right side. That's why velocity changes due to change in direction. So I will say that magnitude will remain same, which will be equal, but the direction changes. That's why velocity is changing. So this is the basic term of uniform circular motion. One more point, note it down also. The direction of velocity at every instant means at a particular time. The direction of velocity at every instant is always tangential to path. Is always tangential to the path. This is a term, tangential. What is tangent? Tangent means suppose we have given this circle. So tangent is a line which touches the circle at only one point. Means a line which is touching the circle only. It will not cut the circle at 2 points. It will touch the circle at only 1 point. So if you see here, the velocity at every instant is always tangential. This is tangent. This is tangent. This is tangent. This is also tangent. So velocity at every instant is always tangential to the path. Okay. So at this level, you only note it down. You will study it in detail in your class 11th also, when you will teach about tangent, normal, then you can understand it very well. So at this level, you only note it down. What is the direction of velocity? It is tangential to the path. So it is all about the basic of uniform circular motion. What is basically a uniform circular motion? Now, if you remember the conditions of uniform motion, then in case of uniform motion, velocity was constant and acceleration was 0. If you remember the condition of, I am talking about uniform motion. So in uniform motion, v is equal to constant and a is equal to 0. This was the condition of uniform motion in a straight line. But now, since this motion is taking on a circular path, okay, and we have discussed UCM, uniform circular motion. Now in uniform circular motion, is velocity constant? No. Speed is constant, not the velocity. Velocity is changing time to time. It means when velocity will change, then acceleration cannot be 0. Okay, you should remember all the basic concepts of motion. So uniform motion means velocity constant, acceleration 0 for a straight line. But when we talk about uniform circular motion, then in uniform circular motion, velocity is not constant and acceleration will not be 0. This will be the condition in uniform circular motion. Because velocity is not constant, because of change in direction of velocity, velocity is changing and there will be an acceleration. And what will be that acceleration? So note it down. Due to change in direction of speed, velocity is not constant. So due to change in velocity and acceleration, exist in uniform circular motion, and this acceleration and this acceleration acts towards the center of the circle, towards the center of the circular path. Okay, so due to change in direction of speed, that means due to change in velocity, there will be an acceleration. Now in case of uniform circular motion, this acceleration always acts towards the center of the circle. Why it is acting towards the center? It is the topic of class 11, so you will discuss in that class 11. But at this level, you should know about what is acceleration and why is this acceleration acting in this uniform circular motion. So this acceleration is acting because of change in direction of velocity, and this acceleration is acting towards the center of the circle. That's why this acceleration is called centripetal acceleration, because it is acting towards the center. That's why it is called centripetal acceleration. Why it is acting towards the center, we will discuss it in class 11th. At this level, you should know only what is this acceleration and why and where it is acting. It is acting towards the center of the circle. So why is centripetal acceleration coming in this motion? Because of change in direction of speed, that is change in velocity, and the direction of this acceleration is towards the center of the circle. It is called centripetal acceleration. And due to centripetal acceleration, there is always a force. There is always a force acting towards center, called centripetal force. Because when you will study Newton's laws of motion in your next chapter, so the cause of acceleration is a force. Whenever there is a force, then only there will be an acceleration. So here an acceleration is coming, centripetal acceleration. So what is the cause of this acceleration? That will be a force which will be known as centripetal force. Okay. So note it down. All these points you have to remember. Very important points are these. So you should learn all these points. You should remember all these points. So this is called centripetal force. So if we represent it on the figure of circular motion, suppose this is our point A, this is radius. So at this point velocity is v1, at point B velocity is v2. So what is the direction of acceleration? Acceleration is acting towards the center. This is the direction of acceleration. It is represented by AC. AC. Acceleration is represented by small a, and C is for centripetal acceleration. So centripetal acceleration denoted by symbol AC. You will study about its derivation, its formula, all these things in class 11th. So this is all about uniform circular motion, the basic concepts of uniform circular motion. Okay. Now there is only a single formula in your syllabus. Now if a particle revolves on a circular path, suppose it starts from A, and after completing one circle, it again reaches at point A. If radius is R, then a term comes here, it is called time period. So what is time period? Time period is time taken to complete one revolution. Means if a particle starts from point A and after completing whole circle again reaches at point A, then this complete time time taken to complete this one circle or one revolution, it is called time period, and it is denoted by capital T. This is time period, capital T. Okay, so now if we derive a formula for speed of uniform circular motion, what will be the uniform speed of this circular motion? So if this radius is r, so we have studied the formula, speed is equal to distance upon time. Okay, so if we consider the uniform speed of this motion is v is simply velocity, but I am taking this term speed, uniform speed, I am talking about magnitude only, not the direction. So if we talk about the magnitude of the speed, it will be equal to distance upon time. Okay, and in one complete circle, one complete revolution, what will be the distance? Distance will be equal to circumference. In one, I am talking about only one circle. So for one circle, the distance is only circumference. And what is time? It will be capital T, which is time period. So what will be the formula of speed? It will be V is equal to, what is the formula of circumference? Circumference is equal to 2 pi r, and this is capital T, which is time period. So the speed of uniform circular motion is related with the radius of the circular path and the time period. With this formula, speed is equal to 2 pi r upon capital T. So this is the formula for uniform speed of uniform circular motion. V is equal to 2 pi r upon capital T, where T is time period and r is radius of the circular path. So this is only one formula which is in your syllabus. It is not the exact derivation of this formula. You will study the exact derivation in class 11th, but at this level this derivation is correct. So you have to note it down, and we will discuss the questions based on uniform circular motion. So this is all about uniform circular motion in your class 9th syllabus. So note it down, then we will move to the questions. Now let us solve a question based on this uniform circular motion from NCERT class 9th. You are given a question in NCERT of class 9th. An artificial satellite is moving in a circular orbit of radius 42,250 kilometer. Find its speed if it takes 24 hours to revolve around the Earth. Okay, so this is our question. So what is the motion of a satellite? You know about natural and artificial satellite. First thing, what is satellite? Satellite are those objects or those bodies which revolves around the planet. For example, moon. Moon is a natural satellite of Earth. So the speed of moon is constant or variable. Moon is revolving with a constant speed around the Earth. That's why it takes a particular time to revolve around the Earth to complete its one revolution. Okay. Similarly, all the other satellites that are the satellites which the persons throw from Earth to the space, that are called artificial satellite or man-made satellite. So man-made satellite or artificial satellite also revolves around the Earth with a constant speed. Okay, some are there with constant speed, some may move with different speed also, but we are talking about the satellites which are moving with a constant speed. So we have given an artificial satellite moving in a circular orbit of radius 42,250 kilometer. So we have given the radius of circular path, that is 42,250 kilometer. This is the radius of circular path. And find its speed if it takes 24 hours to revolve around the Earth. It means what is given to you? This is 24 hours. What is this 24 hours? This is the time taken to complete one revolution, because it takes 24 hours to revolve around the Earth. It means it is completing one revolution in 24 hours. So this time is called time period, which is denoted by capital T. So you have given capital T, which is equal to 24 hours. So you have given radius of circular path and you have given time period of that circular motion. You have to find the speed. So you have given in kilometer and hour, so you can find the speed in kilometer per hour also. There is no need to convert in meter and second. We will simply find it out in kilometer per hour. So what is the formula? Formula for uniform speed is 2 pi r upon capital T. So put the values, we will get 2 into the value of pi is 22/7 into radius is 42,250 upon capital T, it is 24. So solve it and you will get the speed. So by solving, you will get the speed is equal to 3.07 kilometer per second. No need to find in second. You solve it and you will get your answer. Whatever the value comes out, that will be your answer in kilometer per hour. So you have to find it out yourself. You will get the value of speed. Okay, so the questions are very simple. Basically, main thing is that you have to remember the conditions of uniform circular motion. What are the main conditions? Speed remain constant, but velocity changes. Due to change in velocity, there is an acceleration which is acting towards the center, which is called centripetal acceleration. Okay, and this is the formula for uniform speed of uniform circular motion. So these are some basic things, important things which you have to remember. So we have completed this chapter, motion, of class 9th. Up to class 9th level, we have completed all the topics. And now we are going to start some more important questions based on equation of motion as well as motion under gravity. So this was all about uniform circular motion. So note it down. Now let us solve some questions based on motion under gravity. First start with the simple questions, then we will proceed with some important and some difficult questions also. So the first question is, a stone is thrown vertically upward with a speed. A stone is thrown vertically upward with a speed of 5 meters per second. Find the maximum height attained find the maximum height attained and time to reach the maximum height. Time to reach the maximum height. Okay, so this is our question. A stone is thrown vertically upward with a speed of 5 meters per second. Find the maximum height and time to reach the maximum height. So, in my previous video, we have discussed about the motion under gravity. I discussed there are two cases: whenever an object is thrown vertically upward or if an object is dropped from a certain height. And I told you about the sign convention also. So, first let us draw the diagram. Suppose this is our earth. Okay, now this is an object placed at point A. Suppose it is thrown upward. So whenever we throw an object, it means we have to give an initial velocity. Without velocity, object cannot move upward. I discussed it earlier. If I want to throw this marker upward, then I have to give some velocity at this particular point. Then only it will move upward. So it means we are giving it some velocity which is equal to 5 meters per second. It means you have given, it is u. U is equal to 5 meters per second. And what will be its direction? It will be in vertically upward direction. So we have given a velocity in upward direction, that is u, which is equal to 5 meters per second. It is u. Okay. Now, when it move upward, so I told you in my video also, whenever an object moves upward, then its velocity goes on decreasing. And why this velocity decreases? Because earth attracts every object towards the center of the earth. It means as the ball is moving, stone is moving upward, then earth is attracting it towards the center. That's why as it will move upward, its speed will go on decreasing. And at a certain height, suppose it reaches up to this height, let this point be B. So at point B, what will be its velocity? Let us consider this be the final velocity, and this velocity will be equal to 0. Because at maximum height, whenever a body reaches up to a certain height, it falls again. So why it falls back? Because at that maximum point, the velocity becomes 0. That's why it cannot move further. Because its velocity or speed becomes 0. So this velocity will be 0 at the maximum height. Okay? And what will be the value of acceleration? We all know that acceleration, in case of motion under gravity, whenever an object is thrown upward or downward, an acceleration always acts towards the center of the earth. It means it is always acting in downward direction. So acceleration will be equal to small g, whose value is equal to 9.8 meters per second square. We have discussed it earlier. So this acceleration will act in downward direction. Okay. So now let us start the question. Whenever you are given any question, this is the main concept of physics. Whenever you have to solve any question of physics, it is better to draw the diagram first. If you draw the diagram properly, then you will solve half of the question by drawing the diagram only. Okay, so first step for solving the numericals of physics is that you have to draw the diagram properly. Whatever is given, make the diagram for that, so that you can solve the question easily. If you draw the proper diagram, then you will be able to solve the question very comfortably. You will face no problem. Half of the question will be solved by drawing the diagram only. So first step, draw the diagram properly. So we have drawn the diagram. This is a stone at point A. It is thrown with velocity u. At maximum height, velocity becomes v. Acceleration is acting in downward direction, which is g. So all these things we have drawn here. So now let us start. We have given u is equal to 5 meters per second. V is equal to 0, A is equal to 9.8 meter per second square, which is G. What we have to find out? We have to find maximum height attained. This is our maximum height, which can be represented by S, or you can represent it by H also, but I am representing it by S. It is displacement. Height is simply displacement. This is our displacement. So what is the direction of displacement? It is always in upward direction. Displacement is in upward direction. Initial velocity is in upward direction. Only acceleration is in downward direction. But what is the direction of motion? Direction of motion is upward. So first what we have to find? We have to find out displacement, and we have to find out time. Time to reach at this point. So we have to find time also. So we have to find displacement and time. Okay. So I told you about sign convention. So we are going to use sign convention, taking upward direction positive. Taking upward direction positive. Now if you take upward direction positive, then all the quantities which are in upward direction, that will be taken with positive sign. So what is the direction of velocity? Initial velocity, it is 5. It is in upward direction. It means u will be plus 5, v 0, s you have to find out. It will also come out with positive sign. What will be the value of a? A is 9.8 meter per second square, but its direction is downward. It means we have to take this a with minus sign. This is the main concept. So we have taken upward direction positive. That's why write this thing in first step. Taking upward direction positive. So u will be plus 5, v equal to 0, a will be minus 9.8 because we have taken upward direction positive. We have to take the direction of motion as positive. So the direction of motion is upward. We will take upward direction positive. U is upward, plus 5, a is downward, so it is minus 9.8. We have to find s and t. We have given v. So which equation of motion we can use here? If we use first equation of motion, v is equal to u plus at. This is the first equation of motion. So we have given v is known to us, u is known to us, a is known to us. We have to find t. So we can find t from this equation. So first find out t. Put the value v equal to 0, u is equal to 5, minus a is equal to 9.8 into t. Okay. So if we solve it, we will get 9.8 t is equal to 5, or t will be equal to 5 upon 9.8. It will be equal to 50 upon 98 second. Solve it further if you want to solve. You solve it, it will be better to solve it. So it will be 50 upon 98 second, the time taken to reach from point A to point B. Okay. Now the second thing we have to find is s. We have to find s. So s can be find out by two methods. We know the equation of motion. Second equation of motion is s is equal to ut plus half at square, and third equation of motion is v square is equal to u square plus 2as. So we can find the value of s from both of these equations because we came to know about time also. This is time. So we can put the value in second equation also, in third equation also. I am going to solve it by third equation. V square is equal to u square plus 2as. So v is equal to 0. U is 5. So 5 square plus 2 into minus 9.8s. So we will get 2 into 9.8. It will be minus 19.6. If you take it to this side, it will be plus 19.6. S is equal to 25, or S will be equal to 25 upon 19.6 meter. So this will be our displacement, 25 upon 19.6. So solve it further, you will get your answer. Okay, so basic thing is that you should know the concept, how to solve the questions. So first we have taken the upward direction positive, we have given u, we have given v, we have given a. Take the direction properly. If you take the direction properly, you can find the answer very easily. Okay, so we have solved this question on motion under gravity. Now in the next video, we will solve some more questions based on equations of motions. And then we will complete this chapter, motion, for class 9th level. Okay, so note it down. In the next video, we are going to discuss some more questions. Before that, you have to revise all the basic concepts, all the concept of graph of motion, all the basics of average velocity, instantaneous velocity, acceleration, and equation of motion, derivation. All these things you have to revise. Then only you will be able to solve the questions. So note it down.